People tend to react off each other. They tend to respond to someone who has responded to them badly. They'll respond badly. You don't know what anyone is going through. So it's a good idea just to be nice, even when they're not being nice. One response badly turns into, and another response badly just turns into more and more, it turns into a war. And it could be that that person has just been going through the trial of their life and reacted wrong to you, not meaning to. But you reacted wrong. And now they are not only going through a war in their life, they're going through a war with you. People tend to act on emotion instead of acting on love, which is what God is teaching us, to act on love. You never know what anybody's going through. You don't. And then there are people who seem to be doing just fine and they look like their life is going so well, and then other people will be jealous of them, not knowing that they're going through trials and tribulations at this moment because they wear it really well. And they say, oh no, I'm fine. But in reality, they are having the worst time of their life. And you being jealous and envious of them and start treating them bad because of jealousy and envy, just add to the trials and tribulations they're already going through. You're thinking they got this perfect life, and they don't. A lot of people who are anointed are going through trials and tribulations, and you would never know it by how they hold themselves, by how they move through life, because they don't want to tell everybody that they're going through this horrible trial and tribulation that they're going through, because they don't want to put it on to other people. Yet there will always be someone who is envious and who's jealous and thinking, that person has it made, and they don't deserve it. I've dealt with people like that. Going through the worst times of your life alone already, and then having someone come at you thinking you have it all together and you're perfect and you think you're perfect and when in reality you don't. In reality, you're going through some really hard times and you just don't want to project it onto other people. You're going through some really major times of your life, and you're trying to do the best that you can. Maybe on the outside it looks like everything's perfect, but it's not. You never know what people are going through. So don't assume that they're thinking they're better than you. Don't assume that they have this perfect life. A lot of people get angry at other people because they think they have this perfect life, because they don't put out the bad stuff in their life to others. I know a long time ago, when I was going through some of the worst times of my life, I would put on the internet all of the good stuff because I didn't want to project the bad stuff that was going on. So I would put on all the good stuff. So I would show our pictures of when we would go to the mountains and we were hiking, or we would see these beautiful sights. Or I would put on the internet about these get-togethers that I would have, or the Christmas dinner that I was getting ready to prepare. And I had some people come up against me, haters, because they thought that I had this perfect life and I was bragging. No, I wasn't bragging. I was trying to share the best parts of my life with others, because behind the scenes, my life was falling apart. And that happens a lot. That happens a lot. My life was not perfect. And I never thought about it. Posting those things would make people think that I had this perfect life. I was falling apart. I was having the worst times of my life. And I only wanted the people to see the good things because I didn't want to put other people in the middle of my hard times. They didn't deserve that. They had enough to handle in their own lives. Why would they want that in my own life? So I would look like, I would put out the good stuff, the positive stuff, because that was the stuff that got me through the hard times. And yet I had haters who wanted to destroy me because they thought I had this perfect life. And in reality, my life was falling apart. So don't ever assume you know what's going on in a person's life, especially if you're never a part of it. Because you could be wrong. Most definitely you are. People go through their hardest times alone. They don't usually reach out to others, not unless it gets so bad and their mentality starts going downhill. They start having mental issues, and I did that too for a while. But I'm not in that state anymore, but I did for a while, and I projected on the internet as well. And I hear people all the time, don't put your personal stuff on the air about how your life is falling apart. People don't want to hear it. You're right, people don't. But people don't realize when somebody's doing that, it's almost like they're reaching out like, I need help. Somebody, be my friend. And instead they get haters. No matter what you put out, people are going to hate. And the truth of the matter is, people need people. People need people, and they need the people to be nice. Not because they're fake. They need somebody to be nice to them. They need somebody to be a friend to them. Because things aren't always what they look like. Things are not always what they seem. There are reasons why people project on the internet, and it's usually because they are reaching out for help because they have no one. And then they get rejected by other people because they're like, well, you don't want to hear that stuff. Keep that stuff to yourself. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Instead of being like that, reach out to them. Say, hey, do you need a friend? Do you need someone to talk to? Let's go to lunch. Let's spend a day together. That's what people need. And if people are putting on their best things on the internet, don't look down on them. Be happy that they got moments that are good. And share your moments that are good too. People love to hear good moments. Don't hate on them because they have good moments. Those might be the only good moments they have going on in their life. You don't know. Don't be jealous of them. Don't be envious of them. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. In the Bible, it talks about, in Luke, it talks about there was a person and he had been beat up and he had been hurt, and people were walking past him and not helping him at all. And then there was this one person who goes and helps him, helps him, cleans him up, gets him better, takes him to an inn, tells the inn, I gotta leave, but I need him to be taken care of. Gave him some money and said, take care of him, and if it costs any more than that to help get him on his feet and get him taken care of, I will come back and I will pay you to help him. Those are the type of people that we are supposed to be. People will walk past you and judge you for the things that are going wrong in your life. People will walk past and judge a person who is homeless, who fell rock bottom and had nothing and couldn't get back up. But they will judge them and put them down instead of help them and lift them up. So what kind of Christian are you? Are you the kind that's going to help? Or are you the kind that's going to judge? I hope this blesses you and you have a blessed day.